And the new WBA lightweight champion of the world, Gervonta Tank Davis. Come on up, Tank.
Good time.
Yeah, go straight to it. We don't play with it.
Thank everybody for coming out. 23rd win of the night. 22 knockouts.
Yeah.
22 knockouts. I'm blessed. Thank you for sharing the ring with Gamboa and things like that. We're doing the best I'll be tonight. I'm happy with my performance. I'm only 25 years old, so I'm learning and things like that. So 2020 will be a big year for me. Thank you.
Questions? Questions from the media? Only one mic.
Congratulations, of course, on your victory tonight. We know you're a Baltimore native, but you spent a lot of time here in Atlanta and came out with Lil Baby tonight. Can you talk to me about how you felt when you saw pretty much sold out arena, everyone here to see you, the chants and the excitement, and just how crowded the building was for you? Can you talk about your experience and how you felt tonight?
Amazing, I just, coming to my second home Atlanta, I don't know if it was sold out or not, but it was down there sold out.
14-1. Yes. Sold out.
Yeah, so I'm definitely grateful for that. This is my first time fighting in Atlanta. Hopefully, God willing, it's not my last. So, moving forward.
Any questions? Did you think you had him earlier when you knocked him out in the 12th round?
I heard him hurt throughout the fight, but he showed that he was a tough opponent. It was shots that was hurting him with that I knew he was hurt and he was wobbling, but somehow he was still moving his head. That's how I knew that I was in. I wasn't in the ring with no regular guy. I was just in there with somebody that's top experience.
Did you think when you were after you got up on him a couple of times, he started trying to, it was like he was trying to just aggravate you a little bit, grabbing you and a few more antics. How do you maintain your composure through that?
He was, throughout the fight I was hurting him, but you could, it probably looked like I was tired, but I wasn't tired. I was just, I don't know, like his game plan was to try to take me into deep waters and things like that. So, that's why I heard that his game plan was trying to take me into deep water. So I wasn't tired, but it was shots that I was catching him with, and he wasn't going nowhere. So as a fighter, if you can't really knock a guy out, you start, working your way, you start picking your shots. So that's what I was doing. It was never a point in the fight that I was, super tired. I was just regrouping.
Gervonta, as you started running out of time in the 11th and 12th rounds, how much urgency did you feel to get the knockout?
I wasn't pressed for the knockout. I was just trying to, once I saying that I was hurting him and he wasn't getting out of there, I knew that, that I would just touch him. I gotta touch him up and just win the rounds. And when I knew that I would start touching him, yo man,
Keep it down.
Yeah, but just me touching him with shots and him not getting out of there. We know that us fighters, that start slowing it down and start picking your shots, and as you see, he'll break down.
Tank, can you walk us through your preparation leading up to tonight's match?
Hold up, wait for the mic.
Yeah, we need mic.
Wait for the mic.
You said 2020 is a big year for you. Is there any particular fighter that you look forward to trying to fight in 2020?
I believe that I'm the top dog at 35-30. So it's I'm a fighter, and I believe that I have the best team in the sport of boxing. So they do their job outside the ring. I'm a fighter, like I said before. Ain't no safety on this Glock, so I'm ready.
Okay, Tank, again, walk us through your preparation for tonight's match.
My coaches, they would just, put on a great performance, touch them up, and not look for the knockout, and just put on a great performance. That was really it, show that, I'm an elite fighter, I'm not trying to rush it and get them out of there and wind up getting caught. That was my main focus going in, not trying to rush it and just touch them up and show the people I got skills.
Tank, congratulations.
Thank you.
You showed a lot of patience tonight. Was patience part of the game plan? Does it seem like, since Gamboa is like a seasoned veteran, was patience part of that formula?
Yeah, patience was definitely part of it. I believe like the 4th round, I was touching him, and I was hurting him, and it was shots that I was catching with that he was not going down. He was hurt, but he wasn't going down. So like I said, I just thought, use my jab and, try to, loosen them up, get them tied, and things like that.
Tank, congratulations on your win tonight.
Yo, Swing, shut up, man.
Congratulations on your win tonight. Back here.
Shut that door.
Congratulations on your win tonight. You look comfortable in the ring all night. Can you talk about any adjustments, if any, that you had to make against the seasoned vet?
Adjustments. It was just, going out there, me not trying to, leading up to the fight, you don't want to get caught up into the media. The media was writing him off and things like that. And in my heart, I knew that he was a good fighter, so I wasn't, trying to go out there and, rush it and then get caught with a clean shot, because I knew that he had power. He was fast and he got timing. So my thing was, go out there, touch him up, and not get hit and break him down. As far as if me looking back on the fight, I believe if I would have touched him to the body more, then I would have got him out of there earlier. But lesson learned, put on a great performance for the fans. I'm grateful.
We'll take a couple more questions.
Hey Tank, great fight, man, right here in front of you. So after round 1, I noticed that you stopped jabbing. Did you see anything that made you start throwing more of the power shots and kind of get away from the jab?
It was times that, like you said, I stopped jabbing, so he could, look for something else. People probably think like he needs to jab more, but it's all, I'm doing it on my, my sake. I'm mixing it up. So I might stop jabbing for probably like 2 rounds and throw something else. And then you notice, I don't know, it was probably like the 8 rounds, like the 7th or 8th round. I hurt him with a jab. All that round I was hurting him with jabs. Like I was throwing power jabs and he was hurt. So it was just, mixing it up, giving him different looks, again, he's a good counter, so I wasn't trying to get countered, things like that.
Last question.
Gervonta, Leo Santa Cruz said after his last fight that he really wants to fight you. How do you feel about fighting him and maybe moving back down to 130 to make that fight happen?
I'm all for it. Again, ain't no safety on this Glock. Whoever wanted could get it. I believe I got the best team in boxing. I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm 25 years old. I'm just, my cup never full. I'm always wanting to learn and things like that. So, any big fighters out there that's willing to fight me, on this side, then I'm all for it. Let's get it.
Okay.
You know
You want to take one more? Okay, go ahead.
You know one of the WBA lightweight titles with Lomachenko is the super champion. That's a fight, obviously, that I know you want and people have wanted to see you take. Do you feel this moves you closer to that fight because you both have the WBA lightweight titles now?
I mean, saying moving closer to that fight is like he above me. I don't feel like nobody above me. I'm the cash cow, I believe so. At 135, 130. I'm setting off rings, I'm putting butts in the seat, so I don't think he's doing that, so line him up. I'm a fighter, I'm willing to fight anybody.
We killing shit.
I'm ready.
Do you think he would fight you?
Of course, I think right now it's like people will fight me off of not being I'm not trying to be cocky, but off of them making, it's a big risk, but also it's a big payday. So a lot of people want to get paid. He's at the end of his career, I believe. So well, not at the end of his career. He up in age. So he's trying to make the biggest fights he can make at a short period of time. So everybody got that different path. I'm 25 years old. My stretch a little longer than his. So we taking our time.
Okay, Tank, you can make a final statement. You got anything you want to say?
Thank you all for coming out. Keep supporting me. I fight for y'all. 2020 will be a big year. Thank y'all again.
They want to shot with you holding the belt.
Come back here. Come back over here. Come to this side. Very much.
Here you go.
Hey, take this hand.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, Shane. Appreciate it.
Tank is the Tank. I think he has a bright future ahead of him. He has a lot of fans in Baltimore. Yeah. Great fans in Baltimore. I don't know if y'all remember this thing started in Baltimore. The boxing started in Baltimore. They had a great fighter there by the name of Joe Gans. He's the first welterweight champion of the world. He's a great fighter. He's the inventor of scientific boxing. Then Sugar Leonard come along. But now you got Tank. And Tank got a bright future. He's a good puncher. He's a nice kid. He hit with either hand. And he hit Gamboa with some shots tonight. And I don't know how he withstood him. Normally those guys get knocked out by Tank. But he learned a lot tonight because he went into the 11th round. I was hoping that we could finish the fight. But Gamboa had an injury in the second round. His ankle and Achilles heels is all messed up. But they wanted to stop the fight, and I said no. So I put the tape on him, taped him up real good. We got the fight. Go out there and do the best you can. And that's what we did. He showed a lot of heart, a lot of guts, and we wish him well. And Money Mayweather and everybody that's involved. We had a great time. Hope we'll be back. And I want to come to Maryland. I got other fighters. We come to Maryland and do something. Thank you very much.
Any questions for me?
I know that this was Gervonta's last fight. You guys were talking about possibly bringing him to pay-per-view. Do you feel that his next fight might be on pay-per-view now, or have you decided that yet, or no?
Tank's next fight will be on pay-per-view. He's shown the fans across the world what kind of drawing power that he has. He has terrific star power. He puts behinds in the seats. The fans tune in because they want to see excitement, and that's what he brings to the table. That's what he brings to the table.
Do you think Santa Cruz is a realistic opponent for that fight?
Sure, why not? He wants to fight, and we're gonna see if we can make it happen.
When will be the next fight?
Say that again.
When's the next fight?
I can't say that right now. We just moments away from this fight. We'll go back to the drawing board or have a discussion with Al and Floyd and Tank's team, and we'll go from there.
Leonard, the co-event with Badu, being that he lost the bout, but yet still the audience felt that he won. It would be great to see if it was a decision for that, he would win. But have that ever happened in history? Because actually, everyone was really, for him winning, and we thought he won by the audience reaction. So it seemed like it would have some kind of effect on the judges. But
well, judges don't judge fights based upon fans' reactions. They're watching the two fighters in the ring. But I personally thought, along with the fans, and I'm sure the viewers all across the world who watched live on Showtime, thought that Badu won the fight too. As you've seen by the reaction in the audience, that they were disappointed the same way we were. And again, I just really feel bad for Badu. I really feel bad for him. It's very disappointing because he's a great champion in and out the ring. He just can't seem to catch a break. He just can't seem to catch a break.
Leonard T. Just one quick question. After this weekend, what do you think of Atlanta's prospects as a big fight city? How does it measure up with, Vegas, Brooklyn, Barclays Center? How does State Farm Arena measure up with all those different places?
Atlanta is a great city. The hospitality this week has been phenomenal. The fans have been phenomenal. They embraced us coming into this great city. It hadn't been a championship fight here in over 20 years. Holyfield and Von Beam was the last title fight here, and we see the fans embrace Tank. So we definitely coming back to Atlanta.
Leonard, Tank put a lot of good rounds in the bank tonight. In your assessment, did he show anything new in his arsenal that he's never shown before?
Well, he showed y'all he could go rounds. People are used to seeing his fights go short. And me personally, I was glad that he was able to go some rounds with a tough veteran. You got to give Gamboa credit. I mean, you heard me say throughout the promotion that this was a very dangerous fight. You guys have, not all of you guys have written Gamboa off, but I know, I see. I went to his camp twice, and I saw what he was working on. And again, he wasn't a unified champion for no reason. He wasn't an Olympic gold medalist for no reason. And he has a tremendous amount of experience. He was able to go those rounds based upon his experience and his conditioning too. And it just goes to show you what a great champion he is. And people talk about, well, he's been dropped this many times. Okay, well that happened, but it didn't happen tonight. Again, he just showed you why he's a great champion, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for him and his team.
That it?
He is taking over Baltimore and the South now, being in Atlanta. Do you plan on taking him west?
Where you been? We was on the West Coast in January. I mean February. Yeah.
There's that stuff.
Yeah.
Headline.
3. Where you been then? But no disrespect. 3 fights this year, 3 sellouts, and 3 different markets. So I'll let you be the judge of that. Anything else? Well, again, I'd like to thank everyone.
Let me double check.
You were talking about Tank Davis' success here over in Baltimore and over in the West. Do you think that he could be marketed in another arena, or are you going to put him in, like maybe back in Vegas for the pay-per-view, plan for 2020?
I don't know where his next fight is going to be, but I guarantee you we'll have a sellout wherever it's at. I mean, he's shown you that what kind of terrific drawing power that he has. Not just only here in the United States, we've been to England and done the same thing. Again, Tank is, if not, he's one of the biggest draws in the sport. And he's definitely in the top 3. Definitely in the top 3. And again, he's at the young age of 25, and we just getting this thing rolling. Again, the fans across the world have embraced him, and the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. And again, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I'd like to thank Showtime. I'd like to thank my entire Mayweather Promotions team for doing a phenomenal job. I have the best team in the entire sport. And again, thank you guys for coming out.